Hello everyone, welcome to this new lectures. Today we'll talk about inheritance. These are the objectives of this lectures. Inheritance is the method of creating a new class based on already existing class. It's a way of organizing classes. So inheritance considers the most important features of OOP. Instead of making and including all the features and advantages of an object in one class, you can divide or minimize these objectives or functionality to subclasses and use inheritance instead. So inheritance is considered the way of organizing, how to organize your system or project. So the ability of creating a new class from an existing class is the inheritance, and the original class is usually called base class or super class or parent class, and the inherited class is called subclass or derivative class or child class. Some books called base class, super class, parent class, and others called subclass, derivative class, and child class. The purpose of inheritance is reusability, so you don't have to write the classes again, so you just minimize the functionality to the minimum and then inherit these classes to inherit the functionalities. The inheritance allows child classes to inherit the characteristics. What will be inherited is the characteristic of the parent class. So the characteristics is usually the attributes and the operations, whether its field, properties, or method. The child class can extend the parent class by adding new features. When the child class inherits from the parent class, can extend their work by adding a new method or a new field or a new property, or redefine the already existing methods by changing their behaviors. So the classes inherit properties and method from their parents, and usually the inherited properties or characteristics only the public one. If the property or field or method is private, it will not be inherited. So this is the examples. Here we can see the employee and the customers and the student and the patient. All these considered as a human being because share the same informations. The customer or the employee or the students, all these are human beings. So we can separate some of these features like the name and address, phone, the contact information or the basic personal information into another class called person, and we can treat this class person as a parent of these three child classes. So here the employee will inherit from the person class, and the customer also inherit from the person class, and the student also inherit from the person class. Here we can extend their work by adding a new features or new method. So for the employee, we have employee numbers, we have the basic salary and other information that interest the employee. But all the information that the personal information or the contact information, all these considers shared by other classes. For the student, we can add the faculty name and the semesters and these informations beside the. So, for example, if we have two classes, here we have a class A. This is considered the parent class. We have two attributes in this class A. The first one A1 and A2. And we have another class. This is the child class. So the inheritance, how class B inherit from class A. We put the name of the class inside the two brackets beside the name in the definition of the class. So here we have class B. Between the two brackets, we write the name of the class that we want to inherit from. And class B extend the work of class A by adding B1 and B2. Here, if we create an object from the class A, only we will see the attribute A1 and A2. But if we create an object from the class B, we can see the A1, A2, B1, B2 because the class B inherit from the class A. So after we create the object from the class B, after we write the name of the object and we write dot, we can see A1, A2 from the class A and B1, B2 from the class B. This is the example that we talk about here. So this is inheritance. This is how to inherit for the functionality and attribute from the parent class. Okay, we have these examples. So the examples construct the following classes. We have three classes. We have grandparent, and inside the grandparent class we have three attributes: the grandparent name, grandparent address, and the grandparent age. And we have the second class is called parent, and this class inherits from the grandparent. And we have two attributes: the parent name, parent age, and we have one method is married. And we have the third class is called child and inherits from the parent, and we have the child name and the child age. Okay, let's go and try to code this class. I will delete all these informations. Okay, so the first one we have the grandparent class. I will create class. And inside this class we have, I will create a constructor. I will create three attributes. Dot. The first attribute, grandparent name, address, and age. And we have the second class. The second class is parent, inherits from grandparent. So how to write the inherits? I will write the class parent. How to write the inherits? Between the two brackets, grandparent. Oops. Like this, by this step, by writing this step. That means the parent class will inherit all the attributes and the method, the public one, from the parent class. Also here I will write the constructor. And here we have two attributes and one method. The attribute is parent name. And parent age. And we have a method, I will write a method called married. And we have the third class is called child. This class will inherit from the parent. and I will create the constructor for this class. And consists of two, the child name, so here we solve these questions by creating all these classes. If we want to test these classes, we can go to the main I will create instances from the child. So let's, for example, say x equal to child. By creating these two brackets, that means this x will be object from the child, and whenever I write x equal to dot, I will see the child name and the child age and the grandparent address, grandparent age, grandparent name, married, this is the method, and the parent age and the parent name. So because of the child inherit from the parent and the parent inherit from the grandparent, so this is the structure of these all the classes. Thanks for listening, and see you.